Hey guys, I'm back in the middle of a battle, and you'll probably see why in a minute. But anyways, my name is Yoshi, and welcome back to my bonus playthrough series setup of Xenoblade Chronicles. First with the Japanese. In the last video, we left off doing some grinding, and in the middle of the grinding, we found ourselves against one of probably the most frustrating monsters we've ever seen in the whole game, Rage Mod Temple. I don't know why, but this guy is just the worst. When we were bursting him, he would regularly fall off with the edge, and the setup would be really trolly. But I found out he doesn't aggro right away, so here's the idea. Yes, my whole team is over on the right side. You're probably wondering how I did that. Well, I just started the battle, but I started behind the monster rather than in front. Or this is probably what you should honestly do too. Like, if you're gonna fight this monster, start in the behind of it rather than the front. You may want to move a little bit though, because I think it does despawn still. I don't know. It's like you take it too far from its point, it will eventually despawn, but at least before that, you'll hopefully be able to get some materials. But anyway, what I did is I basically moved behind the monster. Then I used my special move, which, you know, is of course the move to, which is basically I made everyone follow the leader, and then I moved behind so that everybody went right there, and that finally fixed the problem. And now all of a sudden this guy is in the side where we need him to be, which is perfect. Now this guy is a very massive hitbox, so one big thing is we're able to hit from massive range, and sure enough, I was right about some of the effect. So, yeah, this is a pretty difficult battle. As is level 78, it is one of the more difficult battles. Where's Miyabi? Is she falling off the cliff? Seriously? That's gonna really hurt our outcome. Yeah, I think she's an engine. I think she's falling off the cliff. If that's the case, we're gonna have one less battle, though it doesn't really matter. And I'll tell you why. Oh my gosh, are we gonna actually die to this thing? I'm gonna have to safety chain in the middle of a grind, because this guy is almost about to kill me. Holy crap. Well, now you know why this guy is a big pain, and I guess I was correct in thinking that he's really a big pain to deal with. Because of that, I'm actually just going to use this right off the bat to immediately heal up. We need to heal up everyone, like, right now. Even though he's messed up. Get him on the ground as well so he doesn't attack anymore. The annoying part is because he's so high of a level, he constantly ignores our phases regularly. Which is a big problem. Because of that, we couldn't get our arts in the right order, but honestly, that's okay. Big thing we need to do is just get a good chain, and we'll probably continue to spam chains from here. We're gonna do next since we haven't done one yet on the first part. There we go, that got us a good amount of boost points, tactician points or whatever. Should get it down to like halfway. Hopefully before then we can get some heals in. Big difference though is we don't have Miyabi as a backup anymore. So it's a bit more risky. Oh yeah, that means we can't get the hero effect either, but that doesn't really matter. But that is right now is do the effect. Alright, this one. Okay, heal. Okay, well, okay, just one group heal fixed that off. We'll use that one more time, and that should hopefully fix the AoE effect. Because, like, this thing has some massive AoE. I did not expect it to do a lot of damage. It's about to become a range. The annoying part is it doesn't actually become a range immediately. It'll become a range when it gets up though. Use that. Use some damage. And use Tyon's heal again as a safety. Alright, most players are full health now, so we shouldn't have to worry about dying, but still, that was a clutch. I can't believe it was that. Like I said, this has been one of the most frustrating unique monsters so far in the whole game. I'm gonna give the Editor's Fast Charge just so that they have it for after the game, since I don't know if we're gonna kill here. We might. We probably will with this effect. Oh wow, that's doing a lot of damage. Okay, yeah. Even though we didn't have the topple bonus, which is slightly higher damage, we still got a lot of damage. Alright, good. Don't have to deal with this monster anymore. But yeah, basically the strat for this monster, if you ever fight it, is start behind him and then just burst him this way. Because if you don't do that, then the burst will just knock them off the cliff instead. And it's just really tedious. Not a fun monster to fight. If you do only launches and no knockback though, it won't be as frustrating. But yeah, we kind of just positioned ourselves over here. It's around here. It was around here. And we just positioned our whole party over here and used Follow the Leader. And that ensured that the burst always moved them to the side. And from there, the battle is actually pretty simple. It was a bit frustrating that Miyabi's spot was dumb and fell off the side of the cliff. But what else can you do? But anyway, we took out that unique monster that we didn't take out before. And with that, we can finally move on to what we're actually going to be doing. So, there's actually 2 unique monsters in this next setup. I think to make it a bit faster, I think I'm just going to go for both of them. There are these Moglums, which are in West Condensia. And there's 2 different ones you can get. There's one that is in West Condensia and north of Colony Moo, which is about here, actually. This is one that we haven't faced yet either, so we're gonna get another soul hack. I did not check what that soul hack ability was, but we're getting pretty close to learning all the soul hack abilities. Not really a good spot that's north of Colony Moo, so I think going this way and then just walking is probably gonna be better. So we'll go over here until we find a red. Ah, here it is. Right here. Wait a minute. Wait a minute, there's another unique here we haven't faced yet, but it's only level 75. It's a Cordolox. What the heck? The one we're looking for is not that, unfortunately. It's something different. But it's supposed to be north of Colony Moo. Quite tedious to find. Oh, it has 2. Oh, there's 2 different spots you have to go. There's Muel's Deposit and north of Colony Moo. But it's really confusing to figure out where to go. I will admit, when you're trying to find unique monsters that you've not seen yet, it can be very frustrating. So before I do anything, I first need to actually find Moogle's deposit. So I think we'll just find that first, and then from there we'll probably just be going off from there. By the way, yes, this is the shenanigans of a blind playthrough. You don't know where things are, you kind of just have to look it up. Anyway, we found another unique. We're not going to kill it because, well, we can always get that later. Okay, that's Irma's secret base. That's definitely not a thing. Oh, yeah, that's right. There's... Wait, Lua's deposit is right here. Does that mean that it's in, like, the middle between the spots? If so, that's very weird, because, like, there's not really any spots that are south of Moogle's deposit, so I think we have to go over this way. Again, we're looking for an orange monster. Alright, well, we saw some more mercuries here, I guess. I think how now the boost is showing up. Yeah, it'd be nice to know exactly where this monster spawns. That would help out a lot. Ah, found it. Oh, and it's this weird lamp thingy or whatever. Looks weird. Alright, well, we found it. Literally in the middle of nowhere. Like, how would you find this otherwise? Anyway, though, for most of these remaining battles, now that we've set the thing up properly, we're going to be controlling exclusively for the rest of the set. I will admit, it'd be quite tough to fight up the materials, since this guy is pretty blind and doesn't really have a good way to survive. So I kind of have to just dash when I get a chance, and that should allow me to pick up the materials. Otherwise, we might miss the materials. Other than that, though, I figure having fast recharge on Noah whenever he's able to use that will help us make our recharge go like super fast, basically as fast as it possibly can. Other than that, though, it's another unique. We're getting another material, so yeah. I count most of this grind is also kind of contemplated into unique monster HUD, since, well, there's some uniques we haven't defeated yet, so we're getting that at the same time as we're grinding gem materials, which is good. We're taking out 2 enemies with 1 blow there. It's convenient. But we are getting the materials on the looks of it. But keep on missing our break. Obviously, the break is not 100% success rate, so even with breakthroughs, our days will still regularly miss. There we go. One thing fighting monsters in water that's the big difference is the monster is so wide that it often covers up a lot of the drops. Oh, and we despawned it. This is another big problem with these kinds of monsters. Any monsters that are in water typically have a limited range where they spawn in, and then they just disappear like that. So now that we've added despawn once, we're gonna have to do other stuff. One difference I am going to do is maybe start combining more fusion arts into the setup, which you should have actually been doing from the beginning, but I wasn't doing yet. I initially didn't do it because I didn't want to do a lot of damage, but I am actually going to put fusion first to make this battle go a bit faster. Hopefully that should make it so that they doesn't get kicked in too far away. And I'll just be focusing on doing fusion arts. We're probably going to still attack for a while, but there is also another unit that you have to beat as well. I did not, I think, hit that from the right range, which is annoying. They're trying to break him really badly. Alright, here's how we're going to quick kill this. We're just going to put everyone into Orible's form, Mio and Mio's form. This should allow us to do the damage we need. Come to think of it, Cena's art probably does more damage than Lance, but whatever, we just need the extra damage right now. Oh yeah, that did a lot more. Okay, that did a decent amount of damage. Now we're gonna chain. We'll just chain from Cena. It doesn't really matter where we chain from, as long as we chain. Oh, we didn't chain with a top or anything. Oh well. We'll still do a lot of damage if we can at least topple it. Do this, try and force another topple. Oh yeah, figures. It's gonna definitely miss if Noah's only level 37 here, which makes sense. But yeah, another monster kind of gets kicked over to its side if you do too much bursting of it. Another thing that makes these monsters kind of frustrating. If you burst it too much, it's gonna go off screen, and you're just not going to do that. So yeah, and yeah, that's just the one thing of Cadentios. There's just a lot of these monsters that if you burst them too far out of their window, they will straight up betray. Cool, we just barely stayed under the cap there. That's actually ideally what you want. Just close enough that you don't go over 100%, but not too far that you go over 100%, otherwise, you trade the art early and you risk not getting your character back that you want. Now we can start moving triples. So little TP, we could probably just use her right now, along with Tyon. The second time around, we are going to use Daze and Burst at her, so we can at least get a combo off at the end. But use Uni's art last so that we can loop it back into a combo next time as well. That should help out a lot. Anyway, though, we got amazing. We get 5 characters back, but despite that, we don't get figures. We don't get Neo's one of them, so we have to just use as many as we can now, which is kind of annoying. Because with that, that was pretty lucky too to get like 2 extra characters. The problem was we only got none of them were what am I saying? Uni. We needed Uni back really badly so we could get more amazing combos, but we couldn't do that. Of course, we got very unlucky. I will admit, if I moved Talon to a better spot, we could probably get him to power circle multiple people. I know that's one thing you want to do when doing the chain properly. Most days now, I think it's going to make much of a difference. Oh, we almost got 149%. Alright. I did a lot less damage, but we blazed him, which is gonna be nice damage there. Oh, we automatically get the materials, it seems like. Faster charge for mostly at the end. The Great Mist, of course, though. And we'll use the side. At least that hit. Anytime the OM misses, it feels misses or base, it feels kind of sad. Though you can't really miss in chain attacks, I guess, so that helps out a little bit. Anyway, if this guy doesn't die by the end, we'll get a couple more burst combos on him, and then he should be dead. Yes, I'm doing this normally, if you're wondering, because there's gonna be enough to show off as well. Wow, that was a sick little kill. The last hit killed him. Alright. Again, this is because like we haven't killed the enemy yet, so we'll take our attack heal Solhack skill. That's kind of a weird name, but yeah, Solhack heal. And then we'll leave it. Alright, so now there's one more near Welkin Falls, Cadencia. Also, we do need another item for Swell Bessing, but because of how long it took to start off, we're going to kill each one only once. Anyways, so yeah, this is probably the trolley monster to get, since it's literally in the middle of nowhere. Like, how else are you going to find this otherwise? Yeah, and the graveyard is like right here. Just nearby. It's yeah, see, this is technically not considered a location because it's just a little spot. Alright, Welkin Falls, I believe, is right back over here, last I checked. Yeah. We'll go here. And now the second one. Now we can do the second one. This one's actually, I believe, in this water corner down here, last I checked. Should swoosh in the water below. Boop. Alright, yeah, perfect. It's right here. This is actually the one you're probably going to want to farm. The only reason we showed the other one was, 1, it was not a monster we've killed yet, and 2, we kind of need it anyway. So... Unlike the previous opponent, other than maybe being a bit more annoying to break, the good thing is, other than being a bit annoying to break, at the very least, this particular version of the Moglum is much easier to keep in one spot. The biggest problem probably with it is like straight up collecting his drops, seeing as how it's such a massive monster. It's very hard to actually collect all the drops, so we're gonna kind of have Uni try and do that. while we do other stuff. Because sometimes the drops go on one side, and at other times a different side. So annoying that for this monster, just like the other one, we're gonna have to be... I think we're probably just gonna spend most of the time in its behind, just so that we can get the items easier. Mainly we got a bunch of Moglum flaps this time, so that's gonna help out. Alright. Okay, yeah, that seems to be working better. Toppling and phasing behind, but still in the loop from the front seems to be working well. And since we need materials, we can bounce it out. We're not going to chain him this time. The main reason we changed the previous guy and also did Oracle's form was, again, to kill it faster. And yes, I did turn Oracle's form off. That is on purpose because, yeah, I love to use it super early. And Lance's particular Oracle's form at level 3 can get in the way of our combos quite a bit because one of the actions, which he does regularly with his big ability, is going to launch the enemy. We do not want to launch the enemy, we want it to be dazed and bursted. So, yeah, it can be quite tedious when the AI doesn't know any better and just wants to do basically anything but that. Otherwise, though, it seems to be fine. See, although it is getting stuck in this corner, this is also its natural area, so whenever it does get burst, it'll typically just keep on getting shoved into this corner and then just keep getting pushed back. So, yeah, that seems to help out. By the way, I do like the strategy I'm doing here. I think the best right now is just gonna be holding my great part until I'm ready to use it, and then do other stuff. We do need only Moglum, I think. So annoyingly enough, we won't be all these purples do not really work well for this battle, but at the very least it'll be fun. Oh, cool! We got enough. That would have to be yellow then. Hopefully we just get enough from this guy. If not, then it's fine. We could probably just battle him again. Alright, well, that's it for that. So now there's one more thing we can do. So now we're doing Quadwings. There's Quadwings actually pretty much everywhere in the game. But there's one that we are going to go through. Anyways, for this next monster, you're probably going to remember where this is. We're actually going back to... Yes, we're going back to the western side of... northwestern side of Ferranis. You know, the area that you're not supposed to go to early? This is where the unique is found, and it's... So probably one of the easier ones to farm. Unlike the previous one, there's no danger of pushing it back. The only big problem could be initially targeting it. So I'll probably just spam an art to try and get it up. But anyways, there's actually Quadwings you can find other spots. The problem is there's way too lower level, and also this one can just... And it's just the fastest one we can find. Again, it can be quite tough to aggro at first, so we want to immediately start off with a combo right away. Now you can see why we wanted to have the full combo, not just on an ogre in general, but on one character. That way, if all of our other arts are down, we can just instantly use Daze Burst at the start of the battle. There's actually another item you can pick up later. I already showed how to pick it up. There was a Gust Bracelet, which gives us Master Arch to charge at the start of battle. Well, apparently there's another one you can combine it with. Well, actually, no, wait, you don't have to combine it with that. There's just literally... It's not even that, it's literally a skill. Which is, of course, the skill that we get from the set, from a maxed out, oh yeah, Flash Venture. It's basically from maxing out the Flash Venture as a master skill you can put on, which sets your art recharge all the way to 100% at the start of the battle. It's pretty useful, and honestly, it's probably one of the best things. So if you combine all of that and put it all on this character right here, or pretty much whoever is your hammer class, then they'll basically be able to just do the burst move on their own at the very start of the battle. And this can actually be very convenient. In fact, if you're really struggling with taking out the Wagira monsters, there is actually a strat you can do, and I will briefly show that just to see how it works. So what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna... Yeah, before I even forget, let's actually set that up before I forget. So, go into skills. We need to keep positioning Pro and the recharge, unfortunately, but it seems that Protector's Pride is not coming up too often, so we're gonna replace that with the thing. Sorry, I can't figure out its name, but we'll figure it out in a minute. Here it is, Capable Hands. Fills talent guard art recharge by 100% at the start of the battle. Yes, you can combine it with that, and just like that, Uni has the full burst combo by herself, and this is actually useful for one specific reason. You can just do a burst combo on your own, have the other characters charge their arts during that effect, and then have them do their charge after that. So I'm gonna show how that works now. Now this monster is quite tricky to target, so again, gonna do that. I'm gonna just manually have everyone follow the leader. We use this to get his attention and show off what this works like. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. And yeah, just like that. Full burst combo by yourself. You can do this in to any opponent in the game, but it's particularly useful for very, very low level opponents because it lets you get a dazed burst combo without actually killing the enemy. So it lets you do that, and then from there you can just kind of chill back and let your other characters do it. Because having that on also controls Miyabi's movement too, so she won't burst either. So if you do that, it's just another nice way to just guarantee that you get a combo on. And we want it on an Ogre, of course, because remember, Ogres have the highest chance to break in the game simply because all of their reaction commands, which are breaks and topple or daze and whatnot, are 50% more likely. And you can combine that with break groups, so it just means that their combo is super consistent. So as long as you have the right setup, it's pretty easy to just do a full combo with them. Okay, I'm gonna use my combo now. So I can basically kind of chill back for half of the battle and do nothing, and then when their arts run out, I can just use my own combo. It's actually pretty fast once you know what you're doing. Anyway, we're almost done with the material grind. I noticed there was still one more Quadwing here. Let's actually try and kill that. Remember, we only need common materials from these guys, so we could just potentially get materials grinding that. Here we go. That didn't work. I don't think you need... I don't think you guys need to see any much more, but anyway, that strat I showed is pretty cool, honestly, and that is yet another way you can get a guaranteed link out. Right, so like, if you want to do that on like a really low level turret, or a low level monster like that from me, that will just guarantee that you get it off like 100% of the time. Like, you won't have to worry about the other characters interfering, which is really nice. Other than that, though, yeah, I'm not going to show gem crafting yet, because we have a lot of stuff to do, and that means ending the episode right here, guys. Sorry about that, but we got a lot of gem crafting done. What can I say? We're getting pretty close to end. We're actually basically halfway done now, so soon we'll be done with this stressful grind. And yeah, until then, leave a like if you guys enjoyed, comment, rate, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!